You know, I think the response has been explosive because we're not really used to hearing public figures be so vulnerable. And I think if you're Britney Spears and you were in a conservatorship for 13 years and you were muzzled, this is your chance. This is your chance to lay it all out there, to speak your truth. And I quite honestly applaud her for this because she hasn't really been able to be a person these past 13 years. But in this book, I mean, it is bombshell after bombshell. She speaks about the abortion with Justin Timberlake. She also speaks about drinking with her mother underage. They would get daiquiris. She speaks about doing Adderall during the whole Paris Hilton time. She also speaks about it was down to her and Rachel McAdams for the Notebook. Of course, Rachel McAdams ended up getting the role, but Britney talks about how that was actually a good thing because when she was acting in her film Crossroads, it was hard for her to disassociate the characters. So, you know what? We're going to learn a lot from this book, and it is very, very explosive, and people are very, very into it, Lisa.
Yeah, being what she's gone through for the past few years, do you find that it might be therapeutic for her?
1000%. I think this is a big catharsis for her. I did hear that she did use a ghostwriter for the book. So, you know, if you're the ghostwriter and she's telling you all these stories, you're going to take them all in and kind of disseminate it in a coherent way. And I think that, you know, this, like I said, this is really her time to talk. And people are listening. I know I'm listening, Lisa. I am listening loud and clear.
Listening and watching her on Instagram, where she has quite the life there. What do you think of the timing of her new book? Do you think that maybe she will start to perform again?
Now, I don't know if she's going to perform again. She has said many times that her performing days are done. However, I do have a source that said she is working on new music and she's working on a comeback album. And she has a lot to sing about and a lot to write about. She has plenty of material. The book already is #1 on Amazon. It's not even out yet. Right now, the #1 book so far this year was the Prince Harry book. But I think that, you know, Britney is going to overtake Prince Harry, and everyone's going to read this book.
Yeah, she's so talented. I know a lot of people hope that she does start to perform again. A lot of people question her mental health. Does the book help, you know, us dissuade the fact that she may not be in the best shape right now?
Well, listen, I mean, she said publicly that basically she has been infantilized her entire life. She has been controlled by her father, by her mother. In the conservatorship, she was controlled by a team of lawyers. So if you were infantilized your entire life, like she has said publicly, sure, I mean, you're going to act out, you're going to dance with fake knives, you're going to do anything to kind of basically break out of that box. But I am Team Britney all the way. She can do no wrong in my book. So you go, Britney, with your bad self. You go.
Yeah, I'm with you. A lot of people are pulling for her. I'm pulling for her as well. You remember years ago when she shaved her head? It was seen as this big rebellious move. Does she talk about that? And how deep does she go into that?
Yeah, she talks about it in the book at length, and she did say how that was basically her act of rebellion because basically her father would tell her how to dress. Her father would tell her she looked too fat. Her father would tell her, you need to go to the gym. And she talks about how when she went to that hair salon to get her haircut, the hairdresser would not cut her hair. So she was like, I'm going to do this myself. She took the thing out of the hairdresser's hand and she started shaving her hair out of an act of rebellion, basically as an act of rebellion against her father, and she talks all about it in the book.
All right. Well, again, Team Britney here as well. We're all pulling for her, and I look forward to reading that book. Thank you so much, Andrew, for joining us and giving us some more perspective.